Hi, and welcome to Squeeze and the Shrimpf. I'm Squeeze,
I'm the Shrimpf.
and we're here to talk to you about motorcycle stuff and whatnot. Today, we are going to be talking about electric motorcycles.
Oh, the Holy Grail. No, it's not the Holy Grail.
Are they the devil, or are they your savior?
My opinion, presently speaking, is they're almost ready to be a thing. They're just.
There's a lot of really cool benefits to electric motorcycles right now.
Fuck yeah.
They go really fast, really quick, just like a Tesla. Right?
But they also definitely have some baby teeth that they haven't quite split out yet.
Range being the biggest one.
Yeah.
Not a ton of range. If you're just commuting in town, pretty good. Pretty good.
But at that point, like, you're almost looking at electric bicycle. Like, yeah, the range is pretty good.
Yeah.
And like, if you're just commuting in town, do you need to get up to 70 miles an hour? No, you can do the 35 that electric bikes can do. So when we're actually talking full electric motorcycles, it's got a little bit of the same problem that the just EV vehicles have in general, where they don't have, like, it's not a gasoline powered vehicle.
Yeah.
The world is presently built for gasoline powered vehicles. We don't have all the charging stations. We don't have all of those things. It's a work in progress. We're getting there. Just not quite there yet.
Charging time is shrinking, but it's still at that point where it's inconvenient. So if you had to stop a trip to travel, it's still inconvenient. It's getting better.
Yeah, the caveat there, though, is none of the, like, personally, I'm almost in the market for a new bike. And if I'm buying a commuter bike, I'd have to look at an EV because I never have to hit a gas station.
Right.
I plug in it at home and I go home.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm
if
not
you wanna
going
go do
home.
stuff.
Yeah. But if I want to go do stuff, do I already have another bike? If you're sitting in that situation where you got a garage with 3 bikes in it, having an EV as your commuter bike maybe not be a bad idea.
Yeah. I would say this. Electric bikes make a good commuter bike, and they make a good second bike.
Yeah.
They don't necessarily make a bike that is going to be the only bike that you have, and it's your only transportation.
Not yet.
Yeah. Or if you have a car, and you're just going to ride on the weekend.
Short of running out of juice, they are really stupid reliable because there's like 12 things in it that can go wrong.
Yeah.
I think
you don't have to really mess with fluids too much.
There's no fluids.
Yeah.
The only thing you have to
you have to lubricate stuff still, but
brake fluid and tires are the only maintenance other than a 40K check. Yeah. But the 40K check, you really should, unless you are 100% able to check everything on a regular 40K, you should probably let a professional check your bike at 40K anyways, just because they're going to find stuff.
Because that's what they do every day, and you do taxes or,
build bows.
Sell or build bows. Or whatever. Like, I'm not a motorcycle mechanic. That's not what I do every day in and day out.
That's
I'm
a
not
different
an expert at that.
That's a different thing that we can get into. But the other thing that I'm like kind of holding off on EVs on is there's some of the things that the electric cars, like Tesla's been pushing to get the technology on the rest of the car to a really high, like, cool degree with all of the self-driving for pros and cons there. It does have new technology and you're getting some of that. Whereas, honestly, right now, the electric motorcycle, other than a lithium-ion battery, it's the exact same bike that literally Tesla would have built because it hasn't changed. Like, the technology hasn't had any huge steps since the 1820s.
The other thing about electric motorcycles right now, and just for reference, if you're watching this video, months or years from now, it is April 2020. We're in the midst of the coronavirus. So right now, where electric bikes stand is that there's also not a lot of choice in the type of motorcycle that you can buy. So it's mostly sport bikes and naked bikes.
Yeah.
Right?
Most of them are naked bikes.
Yeah. And there's like a sports bike or two.
But there's zeros.
So it's like if you want a cruiser or if you want an ADV, you're going to get a gas bike because they just don't make an electric one.
And there's just not that many brands that actually have any...
Harley's the only big name. Really.
Harley's big, Zero's in the EV world, Zero's big.
In the EV world, Zero's big, but they're not like
they don't
nearly
have
as big as like Honda or
they don't have the backing of those yet. So like getting your bike into a Zero mechanic is gonna be a what state am I in and what state do I have to travel to?
Dealer is
it's hard.
A
not only that, but like
you're kind of on an exotic parts list.
Yeah,
so some of the parts for a Zero are going to be kind of at a premium, the same way like an exotic car would be.
And the other thing is there isn't a ton of competition yet to either drive down prices or drive innovation yet. So Demon just, they came out at CES with this brand new bike and they're like, here's our prototype bike, but you look underneath and it's gaffer's tape and cardboard. Not quite, but it definitely is a prototype, and here's our prototype, and there's a prototype, and
it
Zero
showed promise, but it's definitely not a finished product.
As far as like big fat actual full size bikes, there aren't enough of them where you're looking at a developed market yet. Is it getting there? Yeah, but it takes time to develop those. Just like
I would argue that the Livewire is probably the least compromised electric bike, but it is also very expensive.
It's very expensive. It's also, you have to put money down to ride the damn thing.
You do.
You don't have to put money.
They have had like days where it's like, hey, come and ride a Livewire, and this is the answer I got from one of the local Harley dealerships when we asked if we could test ride a Livewire. They said no, because people were just coming in to test ride the Livewire and say, oh, that's neat, and then walk out, and it just sucked up too much of their time to do that. And I understand that.
I understand it. When I was talking with the guys at Zero, they were, let's schedule up a time for it, but it had to be by appointment. You couldn't just walk in due to the fact that there were enough people just wanting to like...
No, unserious tire kickers, wasting time. And I get that.
I totally get that. But at the same time,
because it's a curiosity for a lot of people, and they just want to go look at it. They're not really serious.
And the curiosity of it brings in another thing. You are paying for any of them right now, especially like the Livewire, or the what is it, the Zero's new one, or all of them, you are paying a new adopter tax. Like, just straight up, you are paying an extra, whatever you want to call it, 5, 10, 20% off the top, because it's a new thing.
That's the other thing. If you buy like a GS 1000 or like a KTM Super Duke or a Harley Fat Bob or something like that, in 5 years, it's not going to be really outdated technology. Whereas if your electric bike in 5 years is going to be fucking antiquated.
We don't know. Maybe...
Or electric bikes just don't
happen,
anywhere.
But like they're gonna go somewhere. If the rest of the market, short of okay,
and there's some really exciting stuff happening with electric bikes right now. There's a lot of like kind of niche companies making these like really powerful electric sport bikes, and maybe that company's not going to go anywhere, but the bigger companies are going to kind of borrow and take,
or they buy
them.
Yeah. But at the same time, seeing 6 bikes right now as a production line is not something that as a regular consumer feels comfortable.
And Ewan McGregor and Charlie Borman, they did The Long Way Up, which should be coming out any day now on Livewires.
Yeah, but at
ADV,
the same
ADV kitted Livewires.
At the same time, if they didn't have Harley
and a support crew,
backing every part of their support crew, would they have done that? I doubt it.
And I mean, if you're just a guy like we're just guys, and if
I don't know about you, I'm more than just.
If we wanted to buy, that's debatable. If you wanted to just buy Livewires or Zeros and do a big trip like they did, you would need a support crew. Like, you couldn't just do it as 2 guys on bikes.
You could, but you're not.
I mean, they were like charging off generators and like borrowing electric ports from people in Bolivia.
Yeah. Just like I'm gonna pull up to your house. Can I borrow your your electricity? Oh, you'll let me stay here too?
Oh,
That's
you're not
awfully
a
nice of
famous
you.
movie star? Get the fuck out of my house! No.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you're Ewan McGregor, you probably get away with a lot more.
Yeah, but at the same time, how many people in Bolivia know his first?
He's Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah.
He's a megastar.
We'll wait until the show comes out.
If you're Brad Pitt, like maybe it's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
But if you're just some regular guy, probably you're gonna get stuck in Bolivia.
That being said, like there are guys who do that drive on a Ural. So
yeah. But a Euro's gas powered.
Yeah, it's gas powered, but also you break anything on that, and you got to call to the Ural Mountains to get anything.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's our 10 cents on where EVs sit at the moment.
Right now.
I am, as Squeeze says on a regular basis, I'm always threatening to buy a motorcycle. I'm in the mode of threatening to buy an EV. But at the same time, like, I also want to go hunting with my motorcycle, and I definitely want to be able to just, fill up and continue. It would be quieter, though. So many gives, so many take.
I would say this about electric motorcycles. I'm really interested in, like, the gearhead part of me is really into it. I'm really interested in the technology, and I like seeing motorcycle technology advance, because even if, like, if electric vehicles develop some technology apart from the powertrain, gas-powered motorcycles are likely to adopt that if it's good.
Yeah, if you get a lot of...
Like, look at how much stuff Tesla has done, where, like, they started coming out with certain things, and gas cars...
The rest of them are having to,
yeah.
So, like, especially the safety stuff, I totally see...
Lane assist and self-driving and all that.
That stuff, well, not even on Teslas, but demons showing you where cars are as you're riding thing. That would be super
useful. Or like
useful.
the adjustable riding position of the game on. It doesn't have to be electric for that.
Yeah, arguably, depending on how much mechanical movement you can get, if you do have to also like have the
there's a certain level of adjustment that you have, right?
But either way, like, there's going to be stuff that ports over. So I'm always up for new technology. I'm the biggest geek.
Yeah, I myself am not always threatening to buy an electric vehicle because I can't get my brain to care about it.
I haven't always been threatening. It's just once I started looking at that, I'm going to need a new commute bike sometime in this next couple years. But I think my answer right now is hold.
And the reason why I can't get my brain to care about it is stupid. And I admit that it's stupid.
It's just because you like raps.
I like that sound too much. It just hits me right here in my dumb, stupid caveman lizard brain, and it makes me happy. So I can't get myself...
Just put a subwoofer under your seat.
Yeah. It's not the same.
No, and you've got room because you don't have the mufflers hanging back there, so you can just hang it right there, and you're good to go. It's not the same. It's not the same at all.
So
would be funny though, because you could attach it to a soundboard and be like, you pass somebody, and then all of a sudden it's just like Looney Tunes soundtrack.
Yeah. And going off sound too, there's going to be, and I'm not even one of those guys that's like loud pipes save lives. I just like
only for behind you.
Yeah, and that doesn't do anything. I don't believe in that.
Different.
Yeah. I just like the sound. And that's my biggest problem with electric bikes right now, other than range and like options.
Yeah.
But it's exciting, and I'll keep my eye on it.
Yeah. I'm gonna make you keep your eye on it, just because basically these videos are just us having conversations with camera pointed at us. So yeah, no, it'll be an interesting few years.
And if you have a electric motorcycle and we're wrong about something, because you have it and you have like lots of experience with it,
put that stuff down in the doobly-doo.
Yeah. Go ahead and write a thing. We'll try to take a look at it.
We will.
If we disagree, we'll just censor it.
No.
The old shiny? No, we won't do that.
I will censor his censoring. Unless you're, starting flame wars. But I don't want to say there shouldn't be flame wars, but then again, this is the internet we're talking about. Don't be dicks. Other than that, subscribe, like, ring that bell.
If you like these shirts, visit Squish with no U, Squish, Squeeze and a Shrimpf, moto.com, where you can buy that shirt, stickers, fun stuff, and show your love and support for the channel. And, the more you guys do that stuff, the more cool videos we're able to do, and the more we're able to do.
And the more we're able to do stuff that's
but
not
the like
just...
and subscribe sure help. And visit us on Instagram, Facebook, all that jazz. Until then, goodbye.
Peace.
You get busy, me! Go get busy, me!